Hey guys, I'm back. I'm still not home. I am still on the road. I'll be home shortly, but I have Battlebox with me to do this unboxing. So, another at the cousin's house unboxing video. We're going to do Battlebox for July 2018. I don't have my shout outs or anything to do with me right now. For today's unboxing, we're going to use the Kershaw Skyline XL. Just picked this up. For a long time, I didn't know there was an XL. I just thought there was the good old Kershaw Skyline, which is one of those quintessential knives that, so many people have in their collections. So you'll see a whole review on this later on and comparing it to a standard Kershaw Skyline, but great knife. But let's just jump right into this box and see what we've got for July. Well, there's a whole bunch of stuff printed on the inside of the box. You normally don't see that. There's a promo code there. There's some promo codes there. Interesting. I apologize. I think I'm getting a little bit of a cold here, but I miss the old Tinder fluff that used to come all in the box. So let's see. We've got the card right up front. We've got Mission 41 Freedom Box. So this is very similar to last year's July box. Was the American as fuck box. So what do we got here? Land of the Free because of the Brave. So I saw a kind of a spoiler for this box. A lot of what's in this box, the proceeds, some of the proceeds of what's in this box go to Battlebox's Just One Veteran Project. And what that is they take the money, and there's a lot of charities for veterans to help out veterans, but what Battlebox does with the Just One Veteran Project is people will nominate a veteran for whatever, they email it in. And instead of donating money to a charity where, they distribute it as they see fit, Battlebox will give however much it is. And honestly, I don't know how much it is. Maybe it's 1%, maybe it's 50%. I have no idea. To just one veteran. Now, I know that's kind of like, great, they're only helping out one person. You could look at this two ways. They're helping out just one person, and that sucks. But they're also probably giving a lot more resources to that one warrior and their family, rather than giving to one organization. And they want to have control over how it's spent. So anyway, you can look at it any way you want, but that's what they're doing with some of the proceeds on this. So we might see a lot of the Just One project throughout here. So we are looking at the Pro Plus box. The big difference between the Pro and the Pro Plus is that the Pro Plus includes the Knife of the Month. So we've got everything that comes in the basic, the advanced, the Pro, and the Pro Plus. We'll be going item by item, starting with the basic, working our way all the way down, seeing what comes in this box. So let me arrange stuff here. Okay, I'm doing it a little bit differently this way, a little bit more organized. I have everything stacked and arranged in order of how it comes out of the box. We'll look at the additional things here. So we've got another 30% CRKT promo code there. We've got a discount code for Tacticon Armament and their stuff. And of course, there's this whole card. Here's the important part. If you know a veteran you believe would benefit from the Just One project, please tell us their story by emailing justone@battlebox.com. All right. So I guess the overriding theme here is looking at the card. They have made in specific, veteran-owned, made in the USA type products. So stuff is either veteran-owned companies or made in the USA, and they tell you where. So let's start with the Tacticon Halo Gun Magnet 2-pack, US veteran-owned for $19.95. Now, I don't see where this is specifically made. Pretty light magnets. So, whoa. Let's get a little thank you card. And then there's a question or help card. So, wow, these are some pretty strong magnets, I guess. So these would be, for mounting your quick access to a firearm wherever. And if you feel this is a soft plastic, so you're not metal on metal clanging. Now, I don't have a firearm with me, but I do have a knife, which of course works. And that does hold very securely. Oh, am I even going to be able to get this off? I don't want to scratch the knife up, but it's got the soft plastic, so Yeah, that's a strong magnet. That would hold, I think this says it holds 30 pounds or something, each one of them. Pretty sure it said that somewhere on here in this little tiny print I read real quick. But here's the little tiny print real quick. You guys got that? So I mean, you could put this under in a car, under a desk, under a seat, whatever. It has this little adhesive that you use to test. You pull that, you know, tape basically, and then it has these heavy-duty mounting screws. You get a large and a small, so that you can decide where the final position is going to be. I think that's pretty cool. I think that's a good item to have. Oops, I got it backwards. Duh. How about put it in the countersunk side? So if you're going to be traveling around, or you're going to want to have your weapon kind of mounted somewhere, that's cool. 2 magnets, so 2 different placements. Cool. Ow. Your fingers will not enjoy being smushed between these things. While they are certainly useful, and I mean, you can tell they work, I'm not thrilled. Kind of thinking, you know, map pile, honestly, for this. Just because I get it. It's, you know, the Freedom boxes, the July boxes are now kind of 2 for 2, not so much the same kind of normal theme that we get most of the year, but I don't know. It's going meh. It's going meh. First item is meh. So, next let's look for the AR-500 4-inch gong target from Shooting Target 7. Vet owned, made in Michigan for $11.97. All it really is a heavy steel target for shooting. So it comes with a cool thing where you can get rubber target hanging straps for free, designed for this, which is cool. So you would have to hang this with something. I like shooting metal targets because they make a really satisfying ping when you hit them. And they're reusable. You don't have to, you know, paper targets obviously are not. Now there's a limit to how often, you know, you can use them, but these things last a really long time. And they're self-resetting too. So I used to have some that were like on a crossbar. You'd hit them and they'd twirl around and come back, or you know, you'd hit them and they'd go one way, and you'd hit them and they go the other way. I don't know. I think that shooting a target like this is more fun than just shooting a paper target. You know, they both have their own kind of pros and cons. This to me is a like it item, just because it's not complicated. Is that some rust forming on there? All right, well, we can just buff this out. We can actually probably Cerakote this any color we want. Now, it's not going to survive gunshots, but it'll be nice looking. Or we can just, you know, bead blast it smooth and just keep doing that every time it gets all shot up. But it comes with free straps, which is nice. Otherwise, we just use 550 cord. We could use some heavier gauge rope, whatever, to secure this to metal posts, trees, you know, dowels, whatever. Anything that's going to hold it up and let it roll with the impact and come back. So I'm actually going to put this in a like it pile because I will get some use out of this. It's not a survival related product, although you could say that, you know, shooting skills, keeping those up, are related. Now, I think I remember reading that this is good up to, you know, rifle caliber. I'm not sure. It looks pretty heavy gauge. I mean, I'm thinking, looking at it, you should be able to use it for, you know, all your handgun rounds, all the way up to 223, 5.56, whatever. But, you know, I'll put text. So next, Survival Summit Active Shooter DVD featuring Tim Kennedy from Sheepdog Response for $29.95. So, we got a DVD. I don't know, this doesn't thrill me. You cannot choose when the worst will happen. This film covers the skills you need to be ready. Anytime to take action saves lives. This film you'll learn gun fundamentals, stress-induced firearms training, eliminating the threat, situational awareness, caring for the wounded, legal thoughts from an officer, office shooter takedowns. Or I don't know. I'm not a fan of getting DVDs in boxes like this. I don't know if it's good or bad. I have not watched it. He looks like the guy that plays James Bond now. I can't think of his name right now. I'm not saying it's not a good DVD. I'm not saying it's not a worthwhile thing. I'm saying it's not the kind of stuff I'm looking for in these boxes. So 117 minutes long. So a lot of information, I'm sure. I will get around to watching it eventually. But right now, look, man pile. Just, it is what it is. Rand CLP, just over half an ounce. Firearm cleaner, lubricant, and protectant. Vet owned, made in Connecticut, where I am right now, for $3.50. It's nice to finally get a little bottle that they're not saying is worth $30 or something. So $3.50. New brand of CLP. Nano infused, tested and approved by what? Can't see that without my glasses on. So I like the fact that the price-wise, it's not crazy. It's a small bottle. It's a small price. A lot of times they'll give you a small bottle like this and say, here's your $30 or here's your $20 bottle of, stuff. And yeah, if it's really high quality stuff, that's great. But if you're not even sure and you've never used it, and I got to smell it, it smells a little different than the standard CLP. It says here that it's non-toxic. It's cool, because some CLP is very toxic. Here's something I do want to test out. Let's see if it livens up some old G10. Not that much. So anyway, it has a very different feel than a lot of oils. It doesn't leave, the reason I put it on the knife really is just to get a feel for it, but look, there's not a lot of oily residue on my hands at all. Not at all. Interesting. I'm going to put this one in the like it pile for now, just because I'm really interested in trying it out and seeing what it can do for me as both a firearms lubricant, as a knife lubricant, as a finishing touch for G10 scales and carbon fiber scales and stuff like that. And I like the price. The price is good. So put that in the like it pile. Moving on, we're doing this fast today. So then we've got a Just One Project PVC morale patch, and it's free. Thank you for not assigning a ridiculous value. So we talked about the Just One Project. This might be something that I would display. I'm not sure what I'd put it on, but I appreciate the fact that they don't tell me this is a $10 patch. That it's a free item, representing the charity cause. That's awesome. Some other companies would throw this in there and then count this as an item in the box, and then as like part of the value. So nicely done, PVC. Stitching got a little out of hand there, but still I'm not going to count it against them because it's a free patch. But nice PVC patch. I like it. I think it's a good cause too. So I'll put it in the like it pile, even though it's not a real value item in the box. So believe it or not, that is the whole thing for the basic box. So not thrilled with the basic box so far. I mean, to tell you the truth, same thing happened last July where I get it. They're trying to highlight veteran-owned, made in the USA businesses, but the stuff is not. I don't know. Basic box is going to cost you $24.99 a month. The MSRP value for this month is $65.37. So now we're going to go into the advanced box, which is everything here plus this stuff. The advanced box will cost you $49.99 a month. They say the MSRP here is $150.36. We've got the Rustic Flag Company, Just One Project Edition desktop flag, vet owned, made in Tennessee, $65. And here it is. Okay. And I guess there's a wooden dowel that came in the box, and I'm guessing now that goes in here to hold the flag up. I'm not saying it's not a nice wooden flag. It is a very well made, great looking, kind of antique looking wooden flag, but in terms of battle, this is not what I'm looking for. It is really nice. I'm not saying it's not. And I can display this. I will display this somewhere that proudly, but this is what it does. Okay, great. It doesn't have any use to it besides being on display, I don't know, like it'd be cool if it slid open, you could put something in it. Whatever, I don't know. It is a really nice looking wooden flag. Like you can see the real solid wood. You got a knot hole in it and stuff, and see the wood grain. It is very nice. $65. I'm sure you could make the same thing for less if you're really interested in it. But I got to put it in meh. I can't put an American flag in the don't like it. Can't do it. But we're gonna have to put it in meh because I just, in terms of practical use factor, it's just not there. And then we've got the Ben Shot Bulletproof Just One Project Glass, made in Wisconsin for $19.99. This might be a conversation starter, might be a little interesting. So inside we've got the Ben Shot. Cheers, before the glass ended up in your hands, it was ours. Our expert glassmakers make each glass in our workshop. Enjoy. The father and son team at Ben Shot. So I like the father and son team, that's cool. And then a promo code there. So this is something I am likely to use. I will actually drink out of this. It's a little gimmicky, it is, but it promotes a good cause. And like I said, conversation starter. This could just sit on a desk and people could like look at it and say, what is that? And you could say, well, it's my glass for just one project, and what is that? And, you know, I don't know how often Battlbox does the just one project. I'd have to look into that. But I'm pretty sure that this company produces, you know, a lot of these different glass products with the bullets in them and yada yada. So what do you guys, honestly, what do you think? Is this like gimmick, or is this something cool that you would have, that you would like have a set of and drink out of? I like it. I'm not thrilled by it. It's cool. It is. It's not wowing me. It's probably not something I'd buy on my own. I gotta put this in this weird limbo area between meh and like it pile. Right about there. It's an 11-ounce rocks glass, so yeah, see, they have more sizes. They do custom etching. I think I'd be more into a shot glass. It probably has, I guess they put a 22 in there. But, all right. Let's move on. Oh, that's it. That's everything in the advanced box. I don't know if you guys can tell. I am just really not that into this box. So, moving into the Pro, so everything in the basic, everything in the advanced. The Pro will cost you $99.99 a month. This month they say there's an MSRP value of $235.35. A rebranded custom... Is that the name of the brand? Rebranded Customs CGI RFID blocking aluminum American flag wallet. It's vet-owned company, made in Powhatan, Virginia, USA. This wallet costs $84.99. Now, this would be the most expensive wallet I've ever owned. Rebranded Customs. Alright, let's give it a shot. Let's see what we got. An aluminum wallet, too. I'm very curious. Oh. It's one of these. Alright. I don't know what I was hoping for, but I don't like these kinds of things at all. First of all, the fact they call it a tactical wallet bugs me. So, I don't know if you can see, it's got a clip in there to hold your stuff, like cards and whatnot. This would be probably the most uncomfortable wallet I'd put in my pocket. I don't know. This is an $84 wallet, and I'm not a fan. I'll be honest, I'm just not a fan. I've seen cheaper ones of these that I didn't like. Some generic just cards out of the wallet, and some cash, and I guess it holds stuff pretty securely. I don't like that there's no, you know, I have stuff organized in my wallet a little bit, and can you take something out without taking everything out? I guess. This is something I would never carry. I would never carry. I don't like it at all. This is going straight in the don't like it pile. However, recognizing that just because I don't like something doesn't mean everybody doesn't like it, you can definitely expect that this if you guys are interested in this, if there are folks out there that do like this, this thing will definitely be in the next giveaway. The clip it comes with is pretty solid to hold it in your pocket. It's just not something I'm likely to carry, and I appreciate that they're trying to get vet-owned companies, you know, some exposure and stuff, but it's not anything I like. I would never carry that. I just, it doesn't have the features I would like in a wallet, and it's totally rigid. There's no softness to it at all, so don't like it. Don't like it. So the Pro box, the Pro item, completely useless to me this month. We only have one item left. I'm really let down by this box. I do not like this box. Let's look at the knife of the month. The Pro Plus box, again, the difference between the Pro and the Pro Plus is just that knife of the month. $149.99 is what the subscription will cost you. This month they say it's got a value of $335.34. And the knife of the month is this CRKT Clever Girl by U.S. Army veteran Austin McClone. And this is by the Forged. This is from the Forged by War series, which is actually kind of a cool thing that CRKT does. For those of you who don't know, the Forged by War series is the CRKT program that allows veterans, some with a lot of knife making experience, some with none at all, to submit designs to CRKT, and they produce them basically, and then they can designate proceeds of that design to go to different veterans charities. This one goes to the Green Beret Foundation and Purple Heart Homes. So interestingly, this knife I know a little bit about, because I've looked at it a couple times. So inside you're going to get a little bit of what is the Forged by War. You're going to get your standard CRKT info. We're going to get some tech lock stuff that you can install onto the knife itself, and here is your knife. I stopped myself mid-sentence. I was going to say, interestingly, this knife is made of SK5 steel, which is a Japanese steel. It's supposed to be a pretty good Japanese steel. It's a high carbon steel that's roughly equivalent to American 1080. So very shock resistant, very impact resistant. It's got a black powder coating on it. 1080 is supposed to be a very strong steel, somewhere up around 65 on the Rockwell scale, but without the brittleness of something like D2. So the Clever Girl is, if you look, it's a pretty, it's a pretty nasty looking blade. You've got very aggressive sculpting on the G10 scales, very skinny handle, pretty comfortable. You've got an extension there. You can put a lanyard through that. You can use it to break glass, I'm assuming, or my favorite, less lethal, temple smashing or pressure points, whatever you want. I could see this being used out in the field, hunting, survival, or fighting. You could probably do some damage with this to somebody pretty easily. But the SK5 steel does have a really good reputation for being a really solid edge retention, wear resistant steel to use out, for whatever. Now, I'm sure some people are going to say it looks kind of like a kitchen knife or whatever. It's not my first choice in terms of a knife design, but I think it is a pretty good knife of the month. I like the fact that the handle is nice and big, so no matter how big your hands are, you've got some real estate to hold on to there. I'd like a slightly wider handle, just for a more comfortable grip. I don't like the skinnier handles, but it is pretty, no matter what you're barehanded, whether it's wet, whether you're wearing gloves, you're going to maintain a good grip on this handle. I feel like you can, if you're going to take it out, maintain some pretty good control of the blade. It's got a really nice tip for doing some fine work there if you wanted to. And you really could get a really fine control of that tip, holding on to it. The powder coat is done really nice, actually nicer than I've seen on some. Hard plastic sheath, very similar to what you see that comes in a lot of CRKT fixed blades. But it sure does lock it in there nice and tight. Not going anywhere. I'm glad it comes with the tech lock rather than the J-hook. I was not a fan of that J-hook at all. But this gives you different options. So whether you want to rig it up for vertical or horizontal. The last unboxing I did here, which you probably won't see until after this, I didn't have any 550 cord to do a blade test with. So I went out and I found some and I bought some. So let's get a piece of paper, let's get some 550 cord, and let's see how this cuts. So a random piece of paper lying around here. Nice. Oops, that was my fault. So another one where you can pretty much just let the blade fall and cut. Let's see. Let's just pull it through. Wow, a little more effort required than I thought. That does not want to just pull through the 550 cord. I'm actually shocked. Slicing, though, gets you a decent cut. Let's do that again. I mean, you got a lot of surface area to slice with. Now, I can't chop up here, but I'm sure that if you wanted to do a good chop, this has the weight and the leverage to do it. See if we can pull that through again. There we go. A lot of effort required, but it pulls through. So, you know, you might have to do just a little bit out of the box of, you know, some minor honing to get this thing to a really nice razor sharpness. I mean, it's sharp. Could use a little improving out of the box, but nice knife of the month. I like it. Wouldn't be my first choice, but I would put this in the like it pile, especially it coming from the Forged by War series. I have a few other knives from that series, and I've been happy with all of them. And I've looked at the Clever Girl before. I've thought about getting it, so that's cool. So this will go in the like it pile. So overall, you know, this is last year's July box was a disappointment. You know, some of the parts, there were some cool items in it, but my enthusiasm this year just isn't there. I'm really not happy. Now, yeah, there's only one solid don't like it item, but I'm let down. I guess because I like the actual practical themes. There are some cool items in the box. Useful items. Yeah, this is useful, but this is not something that I'm really going to... I don't know. This is the kind of thing where... I don't know how to describe it. This is a nice item. It is a cool item. It's a decorative item. I'm not buying Battlbox for decorative items, you know? But overall, I'm just... yeah, I get it, what they were trying to do with the theme. Just not real happy with this month. So hopefully next month we'll get back to something, you know, out and, you know, outward bound. Hopefully next month we'll get back to more of an outward bound survival. Something, you know, a little bit more rugged and out there kind of thing. So anyway, there you go. Mission 41, Freedom Box. I do respect them for supporting the charity, though, and trying to give, you know, a made in USA, veteran-owned business box. So what are your thoughts, guys? Would you put things kind of in the same piles that I did? Do you find this box exciting? Are you psyched by this stuff? Or are you a little disappointed like me? You know, do you rack and stack the same way I do? Love to hear your thoughts. Standard links in the video description, so you can go check them out. Link to the Facebook page, link to the Patreon page, email addresses for getting in touch with me for various things. I will put this back in the box because I don't want this to break. But anyway, more unboxings coming soon. Lots more reviews of lots of different products and everything still on the way. So, you know, check them out. And quite a few viewer requests that I have in the works right now. So, as always, you guys are awesome. I appreciate every single one of you. And I will be back again real soon.